Let's give some love to the women. Hortensia in the 40s BC was a leader of what may be the earliest feminist movement, certainly on record, by leading a protest, a march through the Roman Forum, and was the orator. Imagine someone in a toga and megaphone, okay, against the powers that be, which of course were male. We should all be able to agree, whatever color, whatever creed you are, women in your society have gotten the short end of the stick throughout all of history. But she was the leader of a feminist movement against the powers that be that wanted to tax female property owners to fund the men's war. And she led this feminist movement saying, no, our property is our property, we women. And if you men are going to exclude us from the aspects of government, from even the decisions to have war, well, we'll be damned if you tax us and our property to fund your shit. And she won. Or how about Artemisia Gentileschi? Let's get some female painters up in here. Or the Venetian, Elena Piscopia, the first woman on record to get a college degree. The Venetian philosopher, let's get some female thoughts flowing in here. Or Lucrezia Borgia, who was the governor of Spoleto. In the late early 1500s, she was the daughter of the Pope, or the first woman to win the Nobel Prize for Literature, Grazia Deledda, who wrote the book Sangue Sardo, Sardinian Blood. Or Anita Garibaldi, the Brazilian wife of one of the fathers of Italian unification, Giuseppe Garibaldi. And she fought with him on the battlefield and died during Italian Revolution that failed in the 1840s. But Garibaldi, who lived throughout the 1800s, was a general who, even before he became an Italian, father sort of modern Italy, was a general in South America, most notably in Brazil, leading revolutions on behalf of South Americans trying to get their own freedom. And that's where he met his first wife. And very much in the vein of Bolivar and his mistress, she was a true partner, knee-deep in revolution with her husband. And she ended up dying in Italy, pregnant, on the field of battle, or escaping defeat in battle. She passed away during the first round of Italian revolutions aimed at Italian unification in the 1840s. And Garibaldi was someone who told Abraham Lincoln, this American Civil War in the United States of America, it's not enough to simply try to preserve the Union. Your Civil War has to be about the ending of slavery. That is something that the world can rally behind. That is something that is a moral victory even greater than the preservation of the Union. And he wanted to be a general on behalf of the United States, the Union, against the South, actually, continuing his tradition as a revolutionary in the Americas. But he wanted to be the commander-in-chief. And in the United States, of course, the commander-in-chief is the president. And so he wasn't down for that. But there's actually a statue of him already in Washington Square. And he has his signature poncho. He's got the sword. And in 1848, he was the general that, with the philosopher Giuseppe Mazzini, led the Roman Republic of 1848-49, which actually ousted the Pope. The Pope was essentially a king, and the people demanded democracy, and the Pope fled. And for about a year and change, a year and a half, Giuseppe Mazzini, the philosopher and politician, and Giuseppe Garibaldi were the heads of the modern Roman Republic. And it failed essentially because the Italian military was not ruthless enough, and they ended up not being able to sustain it. And Garibaldi's the one that said, wherever we are is Rome. So we are retreating to unify Italy for another day. And that happened in the 1860s.